Good afternoon, accelerators. This is Diane Spadola, and welcome to the Thursday afternoon tune-up. It's actually morning where I am, but I'm trying to get this out ahead of time so that I can go to lunch, socially distanced, of course, with some friends of mine. So I'm hoping you're having a great day wherever in the world that you are. This is episode number 90. And this video series is brought to you by Accelerate Your Success, the Business Booster Program for artists and entertainers. At the end of this video, if you'll jump on over to my free online classroom called Accelerate Your Success on Facebook, you can download all sorts of free marketing tools, resources, mini trainings, and participate in some fun contests. So let's get going. I want you to think of this as your inspirational and informational pit stop before the race, which is your busy weekend. Okay, today what I want to do is I want to talk to you a little bit about posting on social media. Always a hot topic, and it's getting more and more complicated as the platforms work their magical algorithms to get paid for what they do. Let me share my screen. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about posting on multiple platforms. And the first thing is, if you're taking a post, let's say you put it on Instagram, and Instagram has a capability where you can automatically post to Facebook whatever it is that you posted on Instagram. Now, you might think that this is saving you a whole lot of time and extra work from doing additional posts, but unfortunately, it's not really good from a marketing strategy. And let me tell you why. So all the platforms are different. They're really designed to do different things for different people. And as a result, the way content appears on the platforms are completely different. So if you're cross-posting on social media, what happens is the fact that the platforms are different kind of gets lost in the shuffle. Unfortunately, you look like you're taking the easy way out. Some people might even think you're lazy because you're posting on Instagram and then you're asking it to automatically be moved over to Facebook. You don't want to look lazy. You want to look like you know who in your audience is appearing on, who in your audience appears on Facebook and who in your audience is an Instagram follower. So the whole reason that you're doing that is so that you can identify what is the best way of reaching your audience. And you want to reach them where they are. So don't expect the Instagram person to start following you on Facebook unless they have a reason to do so. They're not going to magically find your stuff. And it's not the sort of thing where you want to hit them over the head 7 times. People consume content on Instagram in a different way than they consume it on Facebook. They do spend different amounts of time on the platform, and they even spend different amounts of time on the platform depending on the device that they're on. All right, so whether they're looking on mobile or whether they're looking on a laptop or some other way. So you want to cater to the separate people in your audience, and the platforms are different in their approach. For example, the reach is better when you always post directly, and that means not using that automatic post. That's true of all the platforms. For example, if you're posting a video to YouTube and you want to automatically post it to LinkedIn, you can do that through a scheduler, but LinkedIn prefers if you're actually uploading the video directly to LinkedIn. And that's true of almost all the platforms. They like the content to be original. They don't like you to take the easy way out. And even though your followers, if they follow you on every single platform, are going to see it multiple times, which normally we would say is a good thing, they will not respond multiple times if that post appears on the same day. as a result, that duplicate posts will probably not be responded to in the one that they see secondly, which means that your reach and your engagement is going to go down. And the algorithm's going to figure that that big fan of yours didn't like the post that you put on the second platform. And as a result, they're going to limit the reach that that post is going to get. Now, just as a reminder, and we've talked about this before, if you're looking for the most people who follow you to see your posts, you want to ask for likes, comments, and shares. Pretty much in that order. The algorithm really values shares. And if one person in your marketplace or audience sees your post and decides to share it with their network, you get all kinds of points for that from the algorithm. And the algorithm, Facebook especially, will immediately allow other people to start seeing more posts of yours. So what can you do? Well, one of the things you need to think about is the fact that Facebook, the whole hashtag idea is relatively new. In Instagram, hashtags are key, all right? And you have 30 hashtags that you can put on every single post. You may be using all of them, you may not be. But Facebook doesn't really value hashtags, so it's not really relevant, and you're wasting some good space in your post by putting the 30 hashtags, okay? Secondly, Facebook allows more text in the caption, and they actually place it above the photo, whereas Instagram allows less text in the caption and places it below the photo. As a result, if you take the identical post and post it to both platforms, people will know, all right? Instagram wants original content created for Instagram. Facebook wants original content created for Facebook. So do the work. And if necessary, it might just mean putting that post into Canva, resizing it, changing the number of words in the text, putting the hashtags in or out, depending on which platform you're on. It's not a lot of change that you need to take, but you do need to change something so that it doesn't look identical to the post on the other platform. Photos are shaped, as you all know, as Instagram. They're squares. So you need to be really careful that if there's a lot of detail in your photo, which I don't recommend in the first place, but if there is a lot of detail in your photo, the sides of your photo may get chopped off, or the top or bottom, depending on which way your photo is arranged. Okay, so take another photo, post it to the other platform. Resize that photo in a program like Canva or some other sort of photo editor so that it is geared directly to that platform and it's not manipulated or squished or changed in any way in order to, you know, make it easier for you, basically. Okay. The other thing that you can do is you can actually schedule them differently on the platforms. So you can have an Instagram post one day on a Tuesday. I do Traction Tuesdays in my group. And then you can have that same Traction post appear on a different day of the week or a different week in Facebook. And at least that way, you're going to get separate eyes on each post, and your followers might actually like it again, or share it again, or comment on it again. And that's what you want. Don't make it easy for yourself. Make it easy for your customers to respond to what it is that you're posting on social media. That's what relationship marketing is all about. So join our Facebook group, and you can get more of this and other types of resources. We're about to publish our Taco Tuesday resource guide for November of 2020 with some great tools and apps that create opportunities, things that you can't live without. And lastly, if you want to join my paid membership group called The Driver's Seat, this is where I work one-on-one with people as a small group in order to move them forward in their business, in their current business, or the one that they're pivoting to because they can't do what they love right now. Thanks for watching. I will see you next week.